Hi, Capricorn rising sign. Welcome back to my channel. Here is your weekly forecast starting on 15th of June until the 21st of June. This week brings an incredibly intense concentrated energy shift, and the planet holding the steering wheel is Venus. Venus has moved into the sign of Leo, which for you activates the eighth house, the house of shared resources, joint finances, deep psychological transformation, and intimate bonds. Venus loves comfort, intimacy, and pleasure. So its initial entry here brings that strong urge to invest, handle major financial matters, or even celebrate a deep private connection. You want to feel a sense of empowerment, mutual support, absolute depth, or even you are thinking about making a passive income. However, between June 15th and 18th, Venus is running a fast-moving gauntlet with three outer planets. So this creates that powerful three-act psychological story compressed into just 72 hours window. So let's break that down, how this manifests in your life. So, Act 1 begins on Monday, June 15th, when Venus in your eighth house forms a sudden electric sextile to Uranus in Gemini, in your sixth house of daily routines, work habits, and health. Because this happens on the exact day as a major Gemini new moon, expect a sudden spark of change in your day-to-day reality. Maybe out of nowhere, you get that innovative, unexpected idea regarding a joint financial venture, a shift in how you handle shared investments, or a sudden liberating breakthrough in a deep personal relationship that changes your daily routine. Also, this could indicate all of a sudden you've got that idea of making changes to your lifestyle choices as well, or simply you want to be investing into your health. Now, on Tuesday, June 16th, the energy shifts as Venus forms that kind of intoxicating trine to Neptune in Aries in your fourth house, the house of home, family, inner emotional foundation. So you take that exciting financial or psychological spark from Monday and you build a beautiful castle in the sky. You start romanticizing how this new financial shift or deep connection is going to completely secure your home life, bring peace to your family, or create a flawless emotional sanctuary. You are looking at your deep bonds and financial commitments through total rose-colored glasses, getting swept up in the dream of total security without potentially checking the fine print. But the reality check comes once Venus makes an opposition to Pluto on June 17th. That's the honeymoon phase ends. So Venus opposition to Pluto in your second house of money, personal resources, and self-worth. So that would be a climax, like a psychological climax of the week. So that beautiful idealized vision you built on Tuesday hits a bit of a wall. Because Pluto is sitting in your second house of personal finances and core values, an intense power struggle or an underlying truth comes to light regarding money or what is given and taken within the partnership. You might realize that an investment isn't what it seemed, or you discover an unspoken imbalance where you are compromising your personal financial security or self-respect to maintain a bond. I mean, imagine that you find your dream home, for example, with Venus and Neptune, and you idealize it, and then you imagine living there, and then the financial reality hits. Maybe we don't get the loan, the mortgage, or you realize that it's going to cost a lot more money to actually secure the deal than what you've got in the bank account. So Pluto is stripping away the illusion. It forces a direct confrontation between what you share with others and your absolute need to secure your own independent value and resources. So it's a powerful moment actually to reclaim your financial freedom. Now, on June 19th, Chiron enters Taurus, and that's your fifth house, the house of creativity, joy, romance, and self-expression. Because Taurus is ruled by Venus, Chiron's arrival in your house of pleasure is actually completely colored by the deep financial or emotional reality check Venus just went through. So the raw truth exposed by Pluto on Wednesday becomes the medicine, the exact medicine you need on Friday. Chiron in the fifth house asks you to heal your relationship with joy, romance, validation, and instead of looking for external intensity, financial grandiosity, or a partner's approval to make you feel worthy, this transit invites you to ground your own creative happiness. It's a call to stop complicating your pleasure with drama and start anchoring your self-worth in what genuinely brings you independent, grounded joy. On June 20th, Eurydice enters Virgo, which is your ninth house. And remember, Eurydice represents the danger of looking back, letting anxiety, doubt, or overanalysis destroy a recovery process. So, after the heavy psychological or financial shift earlier in the week, Saturday brings a massive temptation to look backward and overanalyze why things happened. And you might find yourself obsessing over the long-term meaning, micromanaging your future plans, replaying kind of like the midweek situation to find the logical error. The message of Eurydice here is absolute. Do not look back. Do not overthink the emotional adjustments to death. Trust the perspective you've gained and keep moving forward. And the last day of the week is June 21st when the solstice happens. It happens in your seventh house, the house of committed partnership and clients. But that sun immediately makes a sextile to Chiron. So, there was a lot of inner processing happening, a lot of resource management, but the sun shifts your focus outward towards authentic, supportive, and nurturing one-on-one relationships. And that immediate sextile to Chiron in the fifth house, it feels like all about reconnecting with your childhood experiences, healing those childhood experiences, healing that fun within yourself so that you can form better connections with others, especially if you have passed the Eurydice test on Saturday and refuse to look back into that analytical shadow. Then Sunday onwards, you should get a reward and you should be more in an emotional peace. And then maybe you are going to take this day to connect with a loved one, enjoy time together with your kids, or enjoy a creative hobby and anchoring your value in relationship that treat you with genuine care. So have an empowering, transformative week, Capricorn rising, and I will see you in the next forecast. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button or share the video with others. Take care and bye for now.